Hi everyone. In the previous presentation, we discussed string functions. Almost we covered 18 string functions in C. The last one we discussed is string tokenizer. In today's session, again we will see the syntax of the string tokenizer function. After that, we start the array of strings concept. After completing the theory, then we go for the programming using Visual Studio Code. Now let us go to the first, the string tokenizer function. String tokenizer, its abbreviation is string tokenizer. Right. What do you mean by the tokenization, or what actually they mean by a token? See, for example, I'm taking a character array like this, and I'm assigning the string like this. Hello, how are you? So this is the string we have given. Now I want to divide this given string S into small pieces, like first one hello, second one is how, the third one is are, the last one is you. See, based on this empty space, I have divided the given original string S, that is hello, how are you, into small pieces. First piece hello, how are you. There are four pieces. The first piece we call it as the token 1 and token 2, token 3 and token 4. So this is what you mean by the tokenization. Dividing the main string into small pieces or fixed sized blocks known as tokens is called the tokenization. For this, we use the function string tokenizer. Okay. Now, what is the syntax for this? The syntax for this is given as take character star and use string strtok, and it is going to take two parameters. The first parameter is it is going to take character type of string comma, and also constant character star, another string here we are using d. I'm taking d here. So next line I will write, again I'm writing the same thing here, character star strtok string tokenizer, left parenthesis you take character star, assume that I'm taking the string, for example, str comma, constant character star, and I'm taking d. I will explain what is string and what is d. See, this is the string, source string, str is the source string, and what is mean by the d? The meaning of d here is delimiter. Delimiter. What is mean by delimiter? Any symbol or the character which separates the original string into tokens. So in this example, I have taken the delimiter as empty space. Not only empty space, you can take any kind of symbol or the character like underscore or hyphen, or you can use comma. Any symbol or the character can be used as the tokenized, as what you say, the delimiter. So in this example, I have taken the empty space as the delimiter. Based on whenever we encounter the delimiter as the empty space, then we are going to treat it as a token. So this delimiter is of type constant character pointer, which cannot be modified, and this is the original string str. Finally, string tokenizer is going to return a character pointer, okay, which points to the first portion, that is hello, next time how are you, how, next time or, next time you. So this is the simple logic about the string tokenizer function. We will implement the program by using string tokenizer. Okay. Now, before moving on to the programming, let us start the concept of array of strings. See, previously we have declared ordinary strings. We know the ordinary string is defined by the character pointer or character array. So in the previous classes, what I said that a string, ordinary string, can be implemented in two ways. We said one is character array, and second one we discussed is character pointer. But in this session, we are going to talk about array of strings, how to store multiple strings. See, for representing the array of strings, again, we can use two methods. The first method is we are going to use two-dimensional character array, two-dimensional character array. And second one, we are going to talk about one-dimensional character pointer array, character pointer array. So by using these two methods, we can store or we can implement array of strings. So what do you mean by an array string? First, I'm going to use the first concept. What is the method I'm using? Two-dimensional character array. Two-dimensional character array I'm going to take. For example, here I have a two-dimensional array like this character. Yes. See, whenever you use the concept of two-dimensional array, so no need to mention the first dimension. The very important thing is when you don't mention the first dimension, no problem. But the second dimension is very, very important. You should mention the second dimension. Assume that here I'm writing like this. What does it mean? S is the two-dimensional array. The first dimension depends on the second dimension. Automatically, it is converted into some size depending upon the second dimension 12. So, no need to mention the first one. If you mention, no problem. But the second dimension compulsory you have to mention. Now, here, what I'm going to do is I'm initializing this as like this. First, I'm going to store multiple strings here. Multiple strings I'm going to store. Assume that I want to store only 3 strings here. C programming. Okay, here I'm writing C program. C programming. So if you want more size here, you can take 20. Assume that I'm taking 20. So C programming is the first string. Next C++ programming is the second string. And here Java is the third string. So like this, you can store any number of strings. Why we are using the array of strings? We are using array of strings to store multiple strings. Now, the first dimension is not mentioned, but the second dimension we have mentioned as this. So I'm writing the same again for clarity. S of, better to take this size, maximum size here 20. Here I have said the first one is C programming. C programming, and I said second one is C++ programming, comma, and third one we used Java in double quotes. Okay, now when you declare the two-dimensional array like this, what happened is the array S, this is S, it is divided into how many strings we have given? 3 strings, right? That means from the root we have divided, the first one is first S, 3 strings, right? Second S and third S, third string. Now when we entered 3 strings here, by default this dimension becomes 3. Though we have not mentioned here, it automatically becomes 3. Now the first one is S of 0 and second one is S of 1 and third one is S of 2. S of 0 and S of 1, S of 2. This S of 0 is going to contain the string. What is the string? C programming, C programming. Everything is stored in the character form, right? See, everything is stored character by character as this. S of 1, C++ programming, C++, this is one character, this is one character. So everything is stored, last character is null. So last one is Java, JAVA, right? So last character is null character. So everything is stored like this. See, this is the first string. S of 0 is representing the first string. S1 is representing the second string and S of 2 is representing the third string. Indirectly, here we are using 3 one-dimensional arrays. 3 one-dimensional arrays. If you want to print the first string, just we are going to say printf percentage s of 0. It gives the first string percentage s. Now, if you say printf percentage s S of 1, then it is going to print the second string, C++ programming. If you say S of 2, it is going to print Java. This is the way of representing the array of strings or two-dimensional character array, right? So where the variable is going to store, just now I said in the previous classes, the array S is going to take the memory in stack memory. In the stack memory, it is going to store three strings. Okay, first one is C programming, the second one is C++ programming, right? Next, third one is Java. Total, the memory allocated is given as here 3 into 20. So some of the unfilled characters are replaced with null. So this is the memory representation of the two-dimensional array S in the stack. Now, how to represent the same thing by using one-dimensional character pointer, one-dimensional character pointer, pointer array. So in this case, what we are going to do is character. I'm going to take some variable ptr, and here I'm taking only one dimension. Here no need to mention the size of the pointer array. Okay, here just you write opening brace and closing brace. First, I'm going to write C programming, comma. Next one, we are going to store C++ programming. And last one is Java. Same thing, double quotes. Same thing, we are going to store by using only one dimensional array, but here we are taking character pointer. So in this case, what happened? PTR of 0 is the first character pointer, right? So here I'm taking only one dimensional array, which is going to have three memory locations. This is PTR of 0, and this is PTR of 1. This is again a pointer. This is PTR of 2. This is again a pointer, right? So where first one, what is the string? C programming. C programming. Each one is stored as a single character. Okay. Now second one is C++ programming. C++ programming. Okay. Last one here is Java, right? Now in this case, where these pointer variable, for example, assume that address of the first character of C is 100. Here C is 200. Here it J is 300. In this case, in this location, we are storing 100, and this is 200, and this is 300. Now, where these pointer variables are going to store, these pointer variables are going to store in the stack memory. Like previously, we discussed a two-dimensional character array. But what about these original strings are stored? These original strings are not stored in the stack memory. They are going to take the part, they are going to store in some other memory, that is unknown memory. Basically, we take it as read-only memory. When we print the size of the character pointer, it is not going to print the size of all the characters. Only it is going to take the size of these three pointers. So already in the previous class, we discussed how we have to differentiate the character pointer and character array. Same thing here we are representing. So this is about how to represent the one array of strings by using array of character pointers. And we have seen first method is the two-dimensional character array. After this, we will see how to write the programs to store array of strings and how to use string tokenizer function, that we will see by using Visual Studio Code. Let us go to Visual Studio Code. Now we will see how to implement string tokenizer function and how to implement array of strings. First, go to Visual Studio Code and go to new file, and you give string tokenizer .c. Now here writing program to implement string tokenizer function. Okay, just you are writing this. Now you write hash include stdio.h. Next you have to include another header file, hash include string dot h. Next you write int main. Okay, now you take some string character array, you can take anything. Now here you take the maximum size Okay, 30 maximum size. I'm taking 30 characters of 30, and you take some character pointer star portion. I'm taking portion. Okay, now you do one thing, printf. You can enter the string from the keyboard, right? Printf, enter the string, enter the string. Okay, to read string, better to use get s. Okay, what is the string name? S. We are reading the string into s. Now here, after a character portion, you also declare another character pointer which describes the delimiter. Assume that d. Okay, character star d. I'm taking the pointer. After reading the string, what you do is you store the portion. First portion is equals to portion is equals to. Now you apply string tokenizer for the which string yes, and what is the delimiter you take d. Okay, now you write here. Now you do one thing after reading the string get s. Now you take the parameter character star d. I'm taking the delimiter here is space. Okay, delimiter here we are taking is space. Portion equals to string tokenizer s comma d. So after this you write some loop while I'm taking the condition is while portion. I'm taking the part portion not equals to null. While portion not equals to null, and you write here, what you do is here you do one thing, printf percentage s. I'm going to print the first portion. Okay, comma. Here I'm writing portion, and after this, what you do is next portion will be what? Portion is equals to. Now you apply the string functions here. What is that? String tokenizer, string tok. In bracket you mention first you mention null, comma, you mention d delimiter. That's all. I will explain the program. Don't worry. Return 0. This is the program. Okay. Now we will check whether there are any errors to save it. Now you try to run this. Any errors we will see. Character D. Okay. Now it is asking enter the string. I said hello, how are you? I'm writing hello. Hello, how are you? I'm entering the string. So as per the example, it must divide this into 4 tokens. You see, enter the string hello, how are you? Then we got hello, how are you? Right, we got the output. Now, how we got this output, I will explain. See, this is the given string s of 30. The maximum size we have taken 30. I have taken another character pointer portion, and second one is delimiter. Initially, I'm taking empty space as the delimiter. Here we are reading the string. What is the string we have read into s? Hello, how are you? Now portion equals to first you take string tokenizer. What is the string here? We have taken s. Hello, how are you? So delimiter is how much here? Empty space. From hello, how are you? It reads the string first hello. Whenever we get the delimiter space, then that hello is passed to the portion. Now portion consists of first hello. Now we take this portion. Is portion not equals to null? Yes. Hello is not equals to null? Yes. Now we are printing this portion. What is the portion here? Hello. Hello we have printed. Now next time again we are applying string tokenizer. Here we are saying it as null. Why? Because first we have taken the string s. Okay. Now here it is null. Why? Because we have already taken the earlier string. The earlier string is s. Here no need of taking the new string here. So that's why there is no string to take again. You have to apply the string tokenizer to earlier string. So here no need of mentioning s here. Don't mention s. If you mention s, what happened? It takes the original string. We don't want to take the original string. Already hello completed. The remaining string from S we have to take. For that, just you write it as null, which indicates that that string that we have taken earlier is considered, and delimiter is again space. So after reading hello, next it is going for the second delimiter how, and second delimiter d empty space whenever we get, then hello how is read into portion. Now we are going for the how is printed hello how, next again empty space, r printed, next again u, after u, finally we are going to get the portion is null. When we get portion equals to null, then the condition becomes false. When the condition is false, this statement is not executed and we return into 0. So this is the program by using string tokenizer. Now after this, we go for array of strings. Go to the new file, give the name array string.c. Now we are going to represent array of strings. In how many ways we can represent array of strings? Two ways. The first one is two-dimensional character array, and second one is one-dimensional character pointer. So I'm writing the program, one program. In this, we are going to do modifications. Program to represent array of strings. Array of strings. Okay, hash include stdio.h. Next, you say int main opening brace. Now you take a two-dimensional character array S. The first dimension is not required. You take second dimension as 20. Okay, or you can take any, right, 20. That is your choice. Okay, S of 20. Directly you can enter the strings here, or you can read. How to read? For example, here I'm writing printf, printf, printf. So instead of using printf, you can also directly enter here. See, I have written the first one is C programming. Okay, C programming I have entered double quotes, comma, double quotes, C plus plus programming. Okay, double quotes close, comma, I said Java, right? The last one is semicolon. Directly I'm initializing without using any scanf. These strings I have entered. Okay, now see the maximum string size here is 20, including null character, you have to count it. Now, after reading this, after initialization of this string, how to print these strings? For that, you do one thing. You take a variable integer I. Now, you use for loop for I equals to 0 and I is less than how many strings we have entered? 3, right? I equals 0 and I is less than 3. Next, I plus plus. Okay, and now after this, I plus plus. After this, what you write? Printf. Just you print. How to print the string? Percent %s double quotes close, comma, a of I. Already I said the internal strings are represented as one-dimensional array. The first string is one-dimensional array, second string is another one-dimensional array, third string is another one-dimensional array. So this is the way of printing. Next last statement is return 0. So Control S, you run it. Getting some error. For the error is and okay, percent yes, okay. Okay, we will see. Not A, it is, sorry. It is not A, it is S of I. S of I, S of 0, next S of 1 and S of 2. Already we have seen the theoretical part. You see, we have C programming, C++ programming, Java. They are printed in a single line. So better to write here /n. Okay. Now we got the output. C programming, C++, you see here, we got this output. This is the way of storing. the strings using two-dimensional character array and printing those strings. Now we will see how to store the strings by using one-dimensional character array. So here we are taking character star ptr and you give like this is equals to like we discussed C programming in double quotes close comma C++ programming double quotes close comma Java Java, right? And now you write integer I, okay. You say for here it is, you delete it. For I equals to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus, I is less than 3, I plus plus, I plus plus, and you write printf, just you say percentage s slash n double quotes close comma ptr of 5. That's all, right? Save it and you run it. Yes, we got C programming, C++ programming, and Java. So this we have done with the one-dimensional character pointer. With this, I'm going to close the session. Thank you for watching.